يصبح الصبح ويحاول يروح يدور له ماء يشربه أو
to
قنص ياكله.
to look for food or water. So each day constitute a challenge for us in the old days.
المدن أو القرى اللي هي على أنهار.
Not like the villages or cities that are having good resources of water.
ليش أثقل؟ أثقل يقول لك والله ما بروح حاجة ولا ما بروح أطور.
People they have more options. They don't have challenges. They guarantee their food and their water and their living.
اللي حمله الإسلام
The message of Islam
إلى أوروبا وآسيا
to Europe and Asia
وأبعد
and even further to China.
هم من الجزيرة العربية.
Those people who carried the message of Islam to Europe are from this area, from the Arab Peninsula. They are the people who face the challenges. They are the people who protected this country where you are living today. And in spite of all their efforts, maybe now we are different people. Our ancestors, they faced many wars and they faced many enemies.
كذلك
also
الغزو
the invasion
الحملة
they said
حملة
Napoleon
على مصر هي أول
invasion for Egypt was one of the
اللي كانت على الشرق
first conquered to the east, Arabian east.
ونحن نقول لا.
And I said
اللي هي كانت سنة 1798.
This was in the year 1700, but I say no.
حملة البرتغاليين
The Portuguese invasion
على الهند
on India and Goa and then on the Gulf area.
حرقوا الموانئ.
They fought,
وحرقوا السفن.
they burnt the ports, the ships, and they wanted to control the trade. Let us go one step back and then we will continue. The trade during these days were in the hands of the Arabs because they were masters in
وجدوا أن الشراع المثلث هو أسرع.
In driving the triangle ships.
بالطبع العرب سيطروا على التجارة.
So the Arabs were dominating the trade during those days. But as I said, the Portuguese came and
صمدوا.
They faced this invasion and they faced the challenge and they protected their country. The Portuguese stayed for about 150 years.
فالمهم أن ثابروا.
So they faced all these challenges and they kicked them out of the Gulf. And from Oman coast, you know, Al Arab country,
من الساحل الشرقي لعمان.
They kicked them out of the east coast of Oman and they followed them till Mumbai
آخر شيء
and
إلى
Goa. And then the
ورجعت
Portuguese failed and they went back and then they started to conquer Spain.
اللي جو هذا الصمود. هنتكلم عن كلمة الصمود.
So now I'm talking about
وحب الوقوف.
how to face the challenges. Then the Dutch came and of course they caused a lot of damage and they competed with the British in the area. So your ancestors, I think you have inherited this power from your ancestors. Then they started to divert their efforts to diving and the trade increased and they were having a lot of prosperity and they started to build schools. I will talk in brief till then they discovered the Japanese pearl. Then of course the diving industry were decreased and in the year 1929 the stock in the USA fell down. Then the trade of pearl disappeared completely, but they still faced the challenges.
وحاولوا.
And they tried and tried.
فاللي يصمد
So if we always face the challenges and always try to succeed. For example, you know the big companies, for example Ford, when they started the they went bankruptcy for 5 times till they achieve what they are today. So we should not lose hope. We should always try. We should always have to be ambitious. This is what happened, and this is what your ancestors have done, and this is what you have inherited from them. So I hope God will be with us, with all of us, and we should have patience. You are now living in such prosperous life, but this is what our ancestors have faced and how they
مطلوب مني أنا أحد بعض المراحل
requested to prepare some
كم قصيدة شيء في الغزل
poems
وشيء في السياسة
some in politics and some in love. I want to write some poems about politics and about love and
اغسلي بالبرد قلب الصب تشهد بعد عقل يدله ضاع منه الدليل ساهر مارقد من جفنه تجمد يسهر الليل كله في نحيب عويل جمر شوقه توقد في ضميره وعود بالعنا والكلافه والبكاء والعويل لولا حسنه سجد في هواه تعبد واصبح الشوق مله كان لاجله قليل كل ما الليل رد ذكرها لي تجدد علة فوق علة من يداوي العليل. بين صد ورد ناعس الطرف سدد نظرة منه عجلة من يصيب قتيل بعد طيب الوعد من أود تمرد ما رحم قلب خله شام عنه الرحيل مل مني سهد لو ينام المسهد طيب النوم شله ظبي طرفه كحيل لامني بالزهد وفي غرامي تزهد من وتي ليت فعله مثل وجهه جميل. أوضح من الشمس شعري يوم أغني به تبهر معانيه مسموعة ومكتوبة لا ما عيبه ولا أرضى حد يعيبه أسهر عليه الليالي أنقي عيوبه من عادتي في الشعر أني أحلي به مجالسا عن صغار الناس محجوبة مغمز ولا المز ولا اجرح به ولا ذيبه ثوبي وكل شاعر له في الشعر ثوبه. واللي تظنه وبعض الظن من ريبه إثم ومن ظن يستغفر عن التوبة إذا سألك حد عن شيء ما تدري به اقرأ على أذنه بداية سورة التوبة. بدأوا الحكام
The rulers started to listen
قبل خروج الإنجليز
before the British leave the Gulf.
بنوا يجتمعون
They started to meet
مجلس
and they started to have a council called the council of the conciliated Emirates. They visit each other and they sit together and they conduct many several long meetings. But I will be brief. During these meetings, they couldn't solve even the small issues. So how could they solve the big issues?
إذا أرادوا أن يمشون
they discussed the big issues and they wanted to move forward, they should unite. They should be powerful, because that day the United Arab Emirates was not as strong as it is now. They were having like borders. If we delete the borders, then you will solve a lot of problems. But this didn't happen that time. They continued to have long meetings and discuss many issues which were not beneficial and which were not productive. From that day, when what I saw in Sheikh Rashid and Sheikh Zayed, they were not comfortable with what was happening during those days, because they didn't see a progress. They didn't see, and there were no budget as well. There was no budget for such council. So everything was complicated. What are the reasons why this council, the council of the rulers of the consolidated Emirates, didn't succeed? Do you have the answer? Anybody have the answer? You will be surprised. Why do you think the council was not successful? Because the agenda, the one who writes the agenda of the council was the representative of the dominating country. He was the one who was drafting the agenda. So even the rulers that day, they follow the agenda. So do you think the agenda of the council will tell them, solve your problems, solve the issues of the borders between the Emirates, or go into a union and the union will be more powerful for you? Do you think he will tell them that? I don't think so. Because if the British wanted, the British at that time, they were responsible for protecting the borders, and if they want, they could have solved the problem. But the issue of the borders were even more complicated, and they were insisted on not solving this issue, and they were sure that there was no union that's gonna happen with the problem of the borders. So about 18 meetings, I have attended about 18 meetings, and all of them there were no result. But I have seen Sheikh Zayed and Sheikh Rashid, they were not satisfied, and Zayed was very patriotic, and he wanted to do something, and he knows that there is something wrong, and he knows that the power will come from the union. I think that he was telling them, stay away from the British, and he was trying to advise them. Sheikh Zayed was trying to advise them, and one day during the year 1968, of course, Rashid and Zayed, they knew that the British will go away before the official declaration. So Zayed started to move the things forward, and Rashid as well. We came to the 9 Emirates, and the ambition of Sheikh Zayed that they should have more union, and unity represents power, and we started to meet more frequently, and still there was no benefit.